with KUSI News at 6.
Well, you know what they say, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So joining us now to talk about the rise in fraudulent rental listings and how to avoid them is licensed California real estate broker Mark Powell. Mark, thank you so much for being here as always.
Thank you for having me.
We always have a new one to talk about. So let's talk about this, a fraudulent rental listing that kind of started with this property in University City. What was going on?
Okay, before, can I just say congratulations on getting the weekend anchor position.
Thank you so much.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
You earned it. That's very good.
Thank you, Mark.
So here's what happened. There was a lady in University City who kept having people come over to her home wanting to tour it. She's like, why do you want to tour my home? Because it's for rent. She said, it's not for rent. But these people kept coming and kept coming. This went on for a year until she finally found out that somebody had put a fake listing her house for rent. She found the company that listed it. They immediately took it down. These companies do have processes to screen out rental properties that are fake or hijacked, but sometimes they get through. So these things do happen. Let's
talk about what happens when they get through. What is the scammer hoping to get out of this by listing this property, you know, fraudulently for rent? What are they getting out of it?
The bottom line is they want to get money, and there's a couple of ways they do it. One way is they hijack a listing. What I mean by hijacking a rental listing is they'll take a listing that's a real active listing and they'll clone it. So they get all of the information that's on the website, whatever website that it's listed on, and they will change their email address and they'll change the phone number. So somebody unwittingly thinks they're calling the right person, they're calling the scammer. The other way is they just make a listing up. They'll pull photos off of the internet, they'll act like this home's for sale, or for rent, and then they'll just make it up. The one telltale sign, though, if the price is too good to be true, it probably is.
Especially here in San Diego. So this is a way that they can likely get your personal information and maybe even some money out of you if they ask for like an application fee or something like that. What can people essentially be on the lookout for if this happens to them? What can they do to kind of get out of it?
Okay, if somebody is looking to rent a property, like I said, if the price is too good to be true, it probably is. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that the listing does show up on other websites. So if you're looking at a property and it's listed for sale on one website, cross-reference it. Check the person out. You might even want to Google the person who's offering the house for rent or the apartment for rent. The second thing is you really want to make sure that you get to see the property in person. Now, these scammers are going to make up all sorts of reasons why they can't show you the property. I'm out of town, I have an emergency. But they might even say, look, I'll mail you a set of keys. They'll mail them a set of keys and say, all right, here's the keys. You can see it on Friday. Today is Monday. Just take some time. But you're going to have to wire me $500. Now, if they ask you to wire the money through Zelle or Venmo or PayPal, that's a sign that they're scamming you. And if you do believe there's a scam, you need to notify local law enforcement. They typically have a cyber security unit in the law enforcement departments here in San Diego, or contact the district attorney's office. They have a whole division just for these types of real estate and rental scams.
And certainly we need that here in San Diego with a real estate market as competitive and hot as it is here, especially even with rental properties. It's no surprise that scammers are looking for any way to take advantage of people. A lot of really good tips. Can you leave us with anything else? You already gave some good ones. If the price is too good to be true, a lot of those things, if they're asking you to wire them money, I mean, those are all big red flags.
I would recommend that if somebody's looking to rent a property and they believe that the person might be scamming, contact a realtor. Call the San Diego Association of Realtors. We have the ability to look up properties, to tell you who the actual owner is. We can tell you if the property is listed on the multiple listing service. So don't hesitate to call the San Diego Association of Realtors, and they'll give you some good sound advice on the direction to take.
Amazing, Mark. Thank you so much. We always learn something from you and hopefully how to better protect ourselves from scams just like this. So thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.